Hey everyone, Chris from CK Cycles here. It is time to get started on the 1973 Honda CL125s. This bike came to me in nearly 100% condition. Have all the turn signals for it, the mirrors, everything. So this is a 100% complete bike. The bike had been running a little bit over the last few years, but over the last couple of years, it has had absolutely no power at all. I completed a leak down test on the bike, and I had very poor compression. So there might be an issue with the ring. Now this bike only has, I think, like 400 miles on it, so it could just be a stuck ring. But on my leak down test, I was having quite a bit of air passing by the exhaust valve. So the plan for this bike, I think, is not just to get it running and just bop around on it and things like that. This bike needs to be restored and it needs to be complete, and the engine needs to be as good as it can possibly be. So the plan is to remove the engine from the bike, and I'm going to do a top end job on the engine itself. I'm going to take a look at the rings, on the piston. Does this bike need to be bored out? I'm probably thinking not. It might just need a new set of rings and a good hone on the cylinder. And the valves. I got to figure out why the air is getting past my exhaust valve, causing significant low compression. So I need to get into the top end of this engine. While the engine is out, I'm also going to be checking the clutch. The clutch pack seems to be seized up or stuck together pretty good, so I need to look at that clutch pack and service it. I'm also going to probably be changing out the tires. These are pretty dry rotted, got some serious cracks on them, so it's just time to put some fresh tires on it. Let's see here. The side cover, one of the side covers needs repair. I believe that it is the left side cover that has a pretty significant crack down it. So I'm going to see if I can repair that crack and make that serviceable for the future. I also am going to have to take a look at the muffler. The muffler has got quite a few rust holes in it. It looks like maybe they had been previously welded, and I'm going to see if I can do anything to patch that muffler up and make it look decent. And make it usable as well. I'm not certain if the fork seals are leaking on this bike or not. There's quite a bit of oil and crud, that has dripped down onto the forks. So I probably need to remove the rubber boots and take a look at the fork seals and see if the fork seals need to be replaced. Also, the fuel tank on this bike, it looks really good here on the bike and everything, but on the underneath of the right side it had some rust through, and it has been previously welded, and those welds are now leaking again. So I need to take a look at the tank to see if I can repair the holes in the tank, and there's also quite a bit of rust on the inside of the tank as well I may have to deal with. Also, the seat. The seat pan on this bike is completely rotted out. The seat padding has been replaced with, whatever could get shoved in there to kind of make it a seat still, and then the seat pan was replaced with a piece of plywood. So I need to take a look at the seat and figure out what I'm going to be doing with the seat. Other than that, I am just going to clean and polish this bike. This bike really does not have much, if any, rust on it at all. It is a bike that's in very good condition. It is dirty. It is cruddy. And it needs some time and attention to get polished back up again. But I don't think that that's going to be too much of a problem. So at this point, the first step is that I am going to get the bike down off the service lift here. I'm going to soak the engine. I'm going to soak everything down, probably in some spray 9 to try and help to loosen up some of the grease and the crud that has collected on this bike. Then I'm going to power wash it, and once it's power washed, I'm going to bring it back in, get it up on the service lift, and work to pull some of the basic parts off that I need off the bike, so that then I can remove the engine and get the engine on a service stand and see about getting the top end done. So let's get this thing cleaned up. Set it out in the sun to dry. Alrighty, even after the spray 9 and the power washing, man, this bike is looking great. It is looking really, really good. I'm excited to get it apart and get working on it. Alright everybody, well I think that'll be it for this episode. Like I said, the spray 9 worked great getting the crud off of this bike. I think I got 90% of the heavy deposits off between spray 9 and the power washer. It worked great. I really like using spray 9 for stuff like this. I was watching a YouTuber last year. I think his name is Bad Chad. He's up in Nova Scotia, builds custom cars, and he was talking about using spray 9, and that kind of turned me on to it, and I really like it for working on old bikes. So, all right, that'll be it. We'll see you next time.